for Mary, I don't think this town would be in such a great shape as it is right now.
Mary is a very kind person, and I really wish there were more people like her.
To sum it up in a couple words, Mary's honest and hardworking.
I learned today that she speaks 3 languages, and that really surprised me. I said, Mary, and she goes, you guys don't know anything about me.
She's one hell of a woman, I'll tell you that.
I can't say there's anybody I have more respect for in the world than this woman.
We were in a situation that I didn't know where to turn. We didn't have no money. My husband didn't have a job, and unemployment ran out. And I asked the Lord, I want you to help me, please. What have I done wrong? Why? I can't pay my tithes. I can't go to church. I can't put gas in the car. We only got a can of peas left on a shelf. There's nothing left. So what can I do? I said, Lord, what have I done to deserve this? And I feel like, you know, I really thought, well, you know, if anyone could hear me, he heard me. And then that night he heard me. So I walked back into the house. I sat down on my couch and I was just blowing my nose, wiping my face, and all of a sudden just something came over. Just suddenly I walked back to the room and said, honey, I said, I know I got confirmation. I know for sure I got help coming.
Mary and Jean came into the office here, and we talked for a while. And at that time, Jean and Mary, well, Jean at the time was not working, and they were in very dire financial situation at the time. And so they kind of came in and tried to ask me what I would recommend what they should do. And then I think they came back a few days later with an idea, because at the time, obviously, the food trucks it was in its, furor. I mean, there was 50 food trucks, I think, at the time here, and there were thousands of people. And I think if I remember correctly, she asked me, is there anybody that's cleaning up after the food truck?
Well, a couple of the issues that we ran into early on, the parking was an issue, but right behind it was the amount of trash that was being left, and the merchants were complaining about it. And Mary had observed that and really, on her own, came up with the idea of helping out by cleaning up. And at the chamber, at the same time, we were looking for a solution to this. We were talking about hiring a company, and Mary just really came to us out of the blue and said she had this idea to collect from the trucks and do the cleanup, and it worked. It was fantastic.
And the first night, it turned out to be pretty good because of I got $110, and I thought, wow, this is great. And from there, I was able to buy groceries, and we were able to pay a couple of bills and have gas in our car. And I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, this is our town, it's clean and everything. I started cleaning. I was happy because I live here, and I knew it was going to be clean. So I figured, well, it's perfect. I live here, I can walk to work, I can do my thing. And then so I started doing it. Some of the trucks said, yeah, why not? I'll pay you $10. And then it started from there. I'm gonna start cleaning around 11 o'clock tonight, or a little after 11:15, and then start, and I'll work till I get it done. Make sure everything is nice and clean and tidy. And so the business, when they open the next day, everything is done and clean. Everything is nice and done, and then we got it made. As soon as we're done with this block, they're right behind us to do the pressure washing. So what we need to do is clean everything real nice and clean, and he can come right behind us and do the pressure washing, okay? And that's what we need to do tonight. All right, guys. Okay, let's hit it and let's do it.
How do you like working with Mary?
She's actually a really, really great person. She really helps. She really helps me out. Like just having this little job that I have right now, since I'm going to school and everything. This little bit of money actually helps me out, just with the books and some classes. So she's really, really great person.
And she does a really good job of making our community look better. I think it's never been this clean. I grew up here, I went to Granada High School. It's never looked as good as it looks now.
When I come in on Saturday morning, you can't tell that the trucks were out there. And she also has implemented doing the pressure washing, which is definitely needed. After the trucks have parked so many weeks, there is so much grease from the food that we have to have the pressure wash. It's the only thing that gets it off the sidewalks.
Most of the truck owners appreciate Mary's work. As time went on, she just saw more things that needed to be done, and she figured out a way to do them. And that's brought us to where we are now, where she's pretty much organizing the event, arranging for the parking and where the trucks go, what time they come, who's going to be here, who's not.
Oh yeah.
And I got more involved and more intense, and knowing I got good relationships with the businesses in front, and then good relationship with the trucks. So we got real close between both of them. I pretty well, it gave me a chance to know the business, know the people, and then learning how to run my business and know how to do it. And so since I was doing a good job, I figured, well, you know, let's apply more little things, just a little bit more, push myself a little bit more. And now it seems like everything is working out really good. The chamber just sort of backed away from everything, let me run the show now, because they know that I could do it now.
Hey, Mary's done a lot to help the trucks out here. She's made it easy for us to come in and park. We don't have to worry about getting here at 5, 6 in the morning. All you gotta do is give Mary a buzz. She puts your cone out here for you. I used to have my security guards come sit on the parking spot all day. I would pay them $100. Now it's $100 in my pocket.
Something about Mary. I mean, she's original, you know? She's helped orchestrate and keep this thing together. I think with 50 food trucks trying to fight for 40 spaces, it would be impossible if there wasn't somebody to keep it all together, and I think she's the right person to do that. So I think it's just been a really good blessing that she's stepped up to the position to make it happen.
She's a great lady. I mean, she's, you know, as far as I'm concerned, she's done the truckers a favor. From my perspective, it puts 2 hours into my day to, you know, have a space out here. You know, this is great for my business.
What I believe Mary's done for the Food Truck Wars is that she has taken it from a war down to something that's an actual workable situation where the food trucks aren't taking from the local businesses, and they're able to get here when they're wanted here by the community, and they are wanted by the community. I mean, there are a handful of people that don't necessarily want them here at all, but for the most part, the community loves them and they love to come out and they love to gather, but the pressure that it was building in this area with those trucks prior to Mary putting up the cones and kind of making the whole situation work and cleaning. I mean, it's really disgusting here if she doesn't come down, and the pressure washing. I think she's taken the anxiety out of not only the neighborhood and the neighbors and the people, the residents here, but also the businesses here. So she's diffused an entire situation into something that's become kind of just a Friday night delight, and so people get to walk around and enjoy their community.
Everybody comes out to the food trucks, and they come out and they laugh and they're talking, and their families are out, the children are out, they're walking and eating and talking, and it's just an awesome place to be.
I mean, it's unbelievable how giving she is. I mean, she cares about everybody here.
She's almost like Granada Hills ambassador.
And I consider her a great friend.
I'm going to keep her the way she is because I love her so much. And she just keeps helping people, and people keep loving her the same way I do.
It's like waking out of a coma, waking up and all of a sudden everything is great. I couldn't ask for a better town and a better chamber, because they're awesome people. I thank God for that.